Obtain the necessary materials for cleaning and maintaining the chainsaw: a scrunch, latex gloves, a towel, and cleaning solution such as Windex. Let's start with identifying the parts of the saw. Here we have the safety, the trigger or throttle, the 4 positions to include cold start, warm start, idle, and stop, the fuel tank, the carburetor and air filters, the pull cord, the gunning sights used by sawyers for falling, the half wrap handle, the chain brake, the bar oil reservoir, the dogs, the bar. Note the orientation of the bar prior to maintenance and cleaning. The self-lubricating roller tip, the bar nuts, mounting holes for double dogs, the chain catch, the oiler adjustment screw. Turn the screw clockwise to increase the amount of bar oil. The damage noted here is an example of why we do not put an idling saw on the ground during rig checks. Prior to removing the air filter cover, ensure that the throttle is in the full choke position so that the butterfly valve is shut to prevent debris from getting into the carburetor. Remove the carburetor cover and inspect for damage. Remove the air filter. Note the orientation of the tag on the pre-filter. Here we show the butterfly valve in the closed position because the saw is in the full choke position. Using your towel, clean the area. Also clean the inside of the carburetor cover. Take the pre-filter off and clean debris from it. Clean all debris from the air filter. Put the air filter back together. Flip the pre-filter so that the tag is on the other side of the air filter and replace it. Put the air filter back into place. Replace the carburetor cover and hand tighten only. Now let's take the bar off. Again, note the orientation of the bar prior to removing it. Take the bar nuts off. Once the bar nuts are loose, you can back the chain tension off by turning it counterclockwise 1 to 2 turns. This will make removal of the bar and chain from the sprocket simpler. Remove the cover and place the bar nuts in the cover. Remove the bar and chain from the sprocket. Once the bar is off, you can visually inspect the mounting holes for the chain tensioner as well as the bar oil ports. Keep the bar oil ports clear of debris to ensure proper operation. Be sure to visually inspect both sides of the bar, as there is one oil port on each side of the bar. Here we are checking for bound up or twisted links that would render the chain out of service. Now let's identify the parts of the chain. We will start with our drivers. Knowing the number of drivers will assist logistics in ordering new chains. Here we identify our teeth. Between the teeth we have our rakers. If there is reason to believe that the chain needs to be sharpened, report it to logistics, as we do not sharpen our carbide rescue chains in-house. The line on the raker shown here is used to indicate how far down the raker can be sharpened. Here's an example of our carbide rescue chains. You can tell the difference between our carbide rescue chains and the regular chiseled chain by the carbide cover on top of the tooth itself and the lack of an indicator line on top of the tooth. The following are steps for cleaning the bar. As stated before, it is important to keep the oil ports clean and clear of debris. Wipe oil and dirt from the bar with your towel. After you have wiped the bar down, spray the bar with your cleaning solution and continue to wipe the rest of the oil and dirt from the bar. Ensure the roller tip spins freely. Look down both sides of the bar to check for damage or deformity to the bar or the bar groove. Inspect the bar for excessive heat discoloration and to ensure the rivets are in place. Check the length of the bar for burrs. This is caused by running a loose chain or by not rotating the bar. If you find burrs present, report it to logistics. The final step to cleaning the bar is to clean out the bar groove. This is accomplished with compressed air or a thin piece of cardboard. Here we use a piece of an EMS glove box. Do not use metal like a flathead screwdriver, as it could damage the bar groove. From the roller tip, run the thin piece of cardboard down the chain groove several times on each side to clear any debris from the groove. This step can cause some of the debris to push back into the oil ports, so make sure to check the oil port again after this step. Next, we will clean the cover. Prior to and while cleaning, visually inspect the cover for any damage. Spray the cover with cleaning solution and wipe all debris from the cover. Ensure the slides are clean and intact. Check the sprocket to ensure that it spins freely. Engage the chain brake. The chain brake is wound inside of the housing. When the chain brake is engaged, the sprocket should lock and no longer spin freely. Release the chain brake and the sprocket should spin freely again. Do not remove the E-clip to get into the housing. This should only be done by logistics. Prior to cleaning debris from this area, block the oiler port with a small piece of paper towel to prevent debris from being pushed into the oiler. This is the chain tensioner adjustment screw. Below this screw is the chain tensioner. Spray the power head with cleaning solution and wipe all debris off. Give the saw a final inspection prior to reassembly. Be sure to remove the small piece of paper towel from the oiler. Ensure there is no visible damage, all parts are tight, and that all moving parts like the brake and the sprocket function properly. Time to reassemble the saw. Give the bar a final inspection. Prior to disassembly of the saw, the orientation of the bar was like so. We will flip the bar upside down for reassembly. This will promote even wear of the bar and the bar grooves, similar to rotating the tires on a vehicle. Put the chain on the bar by inserting the drivers into the bar groove. If there is confusion as to which way the chain should go, refer to the identifier on the power head. Wrap the chain around the sprocket. Make sure that the bar is over the shoulders of the posts and that the tensioner is visible in the mounting hole. Apply the cover and finger tighten the bar nuts. If the bar nuts are tightened too much at this point, you may have trouble tensioning the chain. Prop the tip of the bar on a slightly elevated padded surface such as a 2x4 with a towel over it. Apply light down pressure on the power head and turn the chain tensioner adjustment screw clockwise to tighten the chain. Tensioning the chain with the tip propped up and light pressure on the power head is a manufacturer recommendation to prevent any loosening of the bar during chainsaw operation. Check the chain tension. When tensioned correctly, you should be able to see one full driver and no more than 3 drivers total. After the chain is tensioned, tighten the bar nuts with the scrunch. If the bar is set properly on the post, you will not have a gap on either side of the bar. Remove the inline fuel filter from the fuel tank. Check the condition of the hose attached to the inline filter and ensure the filter is clear of all debris. Replace the fuel plug and hand tighten. Remove the carburetor cover. Remove the spark plug. Check for visible damage, cleanliness, and that there is a proper gap in the spark plug. Replace the spark plug and tighten with the scrunch. Remove the air filter. Check for debris and clean. Visually inspect the carburetor. Replace the air filter. And replace the carburetor cover and hand tighten.